You want to do some arcade talk?
Yeah, we can.
Anyone in here into arcades? So what do you think about what's going on right now with a lot of the Arcade1Up YouTubers are moving? They seem to be moving towards pinball. Have you noticed that? Like Michael B. the Game Genie he's selling like 19 of his cabs.
I watched that.
He's already sold 10.
Did he sell 10?
Yeah. I think he said on the stream he sold 10 and he wants to sell 19.
So he's got 9 more to go. Yeah, I watched that video last night after I got off the stream with the.
Dude, how shocked were you? I mean, I was literally completely shocked. I would have never thought I would see Michael B selling his Arcade1Up cabs. I mean, it's a noble thing though. You know, he wants to have a playroom for his kids. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a very huge fan of Arcade1Up for sure. I was surprised, but you know, Dan Z says he loves arcades, but he's kind of disliking Arcade1Up. I mean, I don't dislike them. I just want to see them reach their potential again. Like you know, you look at Daytona USA behind me. Oh wait a minute, that's Star Wars. You know, I mean, they can do great things, but I mean, to me, they've kind of lost their focus. I mean, how do you feel about I mean, do you want Fast and Furious? Is that a game that really hits any kind of nostalgia for you? Just in the chat, if anyone has an opinion, you can.
I'd rather have Daytona.
Yeah, I would rather have Daytona for sure. You know, to me, it's like the Raw Thrills games are like the games I don't like. Like I don't even consider that an arcade. Like when I go to a Dave and Buster's, they have all those big machines that that you can't even really play them. They're designed where they're just going to take your money. There's no way to get good at them. They're either on timers or they automatically have something that makes it where you lose. You know, to me, that's not really an arcade game. You know, like the Space Invaders one's that way. Doesn't matter how good you are. You know, it's gonna ramp up till you lose, and there's nothing you can do about it. That we have to put more coins in it. But original arcade games, you could get good at them, and you had a chance at least. But now they don't even give you a chance to do that, you know? I'm with Dan Z. I want 1980s Arcade1Ups. Man, where's the Robotron? Where's the Q*bert? Where's Defender in a 3/4 scale with correct Defender controls? That's the Arcade1Up I want. I mean,
yep.
I have all the fighters. I can play any of the fighters online. I got a Killer Instinct. I got a Big Blue that plays Street Fighter series games. I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's the Marvel series. And those are cool, but what I really want is more 80s stuff. You know? That's what you were kind of talking about on your last stream I watched. You're saying, you know, why don't they do something like Spy Hunter? You know, that would be a cool game. You know, some stuff with unique controls. You know, Q*bert is worth doing. I'm going to tell you why I think Q*bert's worth doing. It has unique controls. And Q*bert is instantly recognizable, just like Pac-Man. Like you show someone a picture of Q*bert, like just a normal person that's not into all this arcade stuff, they'll say, "Oh, that's Q*bert." So it's like something people know. I don't. They have the license and they're tying it up and they're not doing anything with it. It's like free Q*bert. You know, that's just how I feel about Q*bert.
Free him.
That's like they're afraid, like because it had a pinball knocker, they're afraid to do it. The pinball knocker is not really that much of serious technology, you know?
Yeah, but you don't
like an on-off switch, you know? There's nothing to it. Get it done already.
I mean, you don't need it, though.
You can't play it unless you have a machine that's set up for it, like with the diagonal joystick. A Q*bert would be a machine worth having because there's nothing that's set to diagonal joysticks. There's maybe 5 or 6 games that use that control setup. Pole position. That was a good one.
That'd be a good arcade cabinet.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, they could do Q*bert. Like I said, you know, like Dragon's Lair, you know, you got a couple games. Q*bert.
They could do Q*bert. They could do Q*bert's cubes, you know.
And then the fast challenging.
I know the problem is the faster, more challenging Q*bert. Yeah. The thing is they don't want to mix brands, but really they could do Congo Bongo too, because it also had diagonal controls. But it's a different title. It's a Sega, you know. But I mean, it does have like a real Congo Bongo machine, the controls are set up diagonally, just like Qbert.
You know, like what's his name? Somebody yesterday in the chat was saying that they
have good Congo Bongo on iArcade. They do have a great version of it on their arcade version.
You know that other, because even my Mr. Do
Qbert is worth getting.
Yeah, my Mr. Do, the joystick I used, you have to go underneath, and there's a bracket. You could change it to to the square position or the diamond shaped.
Yeah.
But somebody was saying in the chat yesterday that they actually have one where you can do it right on the joystick.
Yeah, I have it right now. It's literally, see this iArcade behind me, this red one? There's a button underneath. You might be able to hear it. I press the button. There's a motor, and it changes from a 4-way to an 8-way.
Yeah, there you go.
Glenn's Retro Show makes them. I have one installed in my original Dragon's Lair. So when I play a 4-way game, I literally have perfect controls, amazing sound, amazing picture, and I love that thing. It's cool. It was a fun mod too. A little challenging, but it was fun. I'm glad I did it. But
you
could do that to your Mr. Do so easily. You just have to get the you'd have to switch to a Sanwa joystick and a Glenn's Retro Show.
Well, that's what I have in there.
Then you don't even have to do that. Actually, all you have to do is buy the restrictor gate. It plugs into USB and it snaps on to the original Sanwa restrictor gate. If you have Sanwa, that's a cakewalk, dude. That's an easy mod for you to do. It's not that expensive either. Then when you play something like Pac-Man or Mr. Do, or Dig Dug, any game that had 4-way controls, you get perfect 4-way because it's actually physically restricting it,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn, yeah, because that's what I got in there. Because that's what everybody recommended, so that's what I bought.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could get that. That's an easy mod. That would be a sweet mod. What do you have in that thing? A Pi?
What's that?
What are you running on your Mr. Do multicade? Is it a Pi?
It's a Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi, yeah, it would work with that. See, the thing about it's not even connected to the Pi. You just press a button,
that's what I was figuring, yeah.
So, I mean, it's that would be a fun mod.
So all I have to do is get that Glenn's thing then.
Yep, drill a hole somewhere. I like hid mine. Mine's actually underneath my control panel. Like you would never know it's there. When I turn the lights off, it glows a little bit, which is kind of cool.
I would have to. I wouldn't mind putting it right there in front. Mr. Do there. Yeah,
that's a bit pixel LED display on my AtGames Legends Ultimate. I have arcades from all the companies. I kind of get put in a box as the iArcade person, but I literally have arcades from all of them. I have Arcade1Ups. I have a bunch of AtGames stuff. I have a bunch of Arcade1Up stuff. I don't really discriminate. I like them all. If it was fun, it was fun. That's all I care about. Is it fun?
Okay, I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. What would you get, iArcade or Legends?
This is Papabrad's Gaming coming at you with a review of the Legends Ultimate Arcade. Is it any good? Let's check it out. They're as different as you could get, really, because it depends on what you want. Like if you want just a ton of games, like the Legends Ultimate is a good multicade because you can bring your own games. If you want kind of a premium experience, you want to play some new type games that aren't available, that are kind of unique. I mean, iArcade has some really good games. Like they have a game right now that's as good as Robotron. It's called
really?
Saturn. Yeah, it's fantastic. Basically, it's a modern Robotron. And it's dual stick. It's fantastic. And the best part, it was free. Stick. Yeah, it's a dual stick shooter, just like Robotron. This is Papa Brad with a look at Saturn, a Robotron-inspired dual stick shooter raging onto the iArcade. This is the game that you didn't know you always wanted. As a lover of classic arcade games, this game just scratches that Robotron itch. And the best part, this game was released for free on the iArcade. That's how you show love to a retro gaming community. You bring down fire, and then you make it free so every person that has an iArcade can play this game. As a lifelong fan of Robotron, I can tell you, this game delivers that magic. and it's very hard to do. You know, what they got right with this game was the feeling of the firepower. It's modernized. So, like, every time you play the game, it's randomized. So the enemy loadout's different every time. I mean, I'm a massive Robotron fan, and it's just as good, if not better.
I never
iircade is like, you know, they're kind of like a niche inside of a niche. You know, they're a very small part of the market, you know.
Yep.
I mean, iircade, you know, they have to be good, because if they're not good, they're not going to survive, you know.
And they're always adding games to their store.
Yeah, they're always adding games, and you know, they do a lot of cool, like, modern retro games that are like, this could have been an 80s arcade, but it's on the iircade. You know, certain things like the iircade, you don't have to upgrade anything. Like, everything is good. The buttons are good. The control is good. The screen is bigger. It's a 19-inch screen, you know. But I mean, I like them all. They're all different, you know. AtGames, you know, they have, once you throw coin ops on it, you got like 5,000 games, you know.
Yeah.
Can't beat 5,000 games.
Yeah, but you know, the kind of cool thing, what I was always leaning towards iircade.
The marquees, you know.
I'm leaning towards iircade just because they have that store and they're always adding new games. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like iircade. iircade's got a really great community too. It's like a small community, but everyone that's into it, they play the games, you know. Like if you get an iircade, you would see I'm on all the leaderboards. Like, I play games. Yeah, I'm like on all the leaderboards.
What's you over there on all those? Pop this up.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? I'm already signed up. So there you go. There's some. Are these back in stock yet? Because last time I looked, they were.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with iircade right now, but yeah, the pre-order only. Yeah, they're sold out.
Sold out. It's only 2 they have right now. They're both sold out. Yeah, if I get one, man, it would definitely be Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm. They'll make some more, I'm sure. I mean, but you know, you never know. I mean, right now I'm happy with it. Like, if they went out of business tomorrow, I'd still be happy, because I've got all the games I love on it. You know.
Yeah.
The games don't go away. You know, once you download the game to the machine, it's permanently on there unless you delete it.
Right.
So, you know, it's not like, you know, like some of these consoles now, like, if it doesn't connect to the online, none of your stuff works.
Yep.
It's not like that at all. Like, the iircade is like, once you put the game on it, unless you delete it, it's on there forever.
All right. So, yeah, so you're downloading it to your.
So you own it. I mean, it's not like it's linked, you know, but there's a lot of cool things. Like, the multiplayer, the online is really fun, but, you know, you just have to know people. Like, when I want to play games online, I just message my friends and we play, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
that's
but,
pretty
you
cool.
know, because it's such a tiny community, you know, it's even tinier than Arcade1Up, you know, so you have to do that. Yeah, it's a tiny company. I mean, they're growing. I like what they're doing. I mean, hopefully they keep doing good stuff, and we'll see what the future brings, you know?
Yep. Dan Z says, papabrad, what is the game you have with the changing title marquee?
Yeah, that's the Legends Ultimate from AtGames. It's a good machine too. It's a real good machine.
Oh, is it this one here?
Yeah, I'm the one in the corner. I'm running coin ops. That's Crazy Climber. Yeah, I'm running coin ops in it.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
You see Daytona. Look at Daytona going. It's amazing. Like, we live in a golden age. Like, home arcades. Like, I can't believe the games that we have right now that you can play at home. It's just amazing. I mean, I have an Atari 2600 sitting by me. I got a real Dreamcast running on that monitor. I mean, everything is just like so available. You know, I mean, we're in a golden age now of home arcades. People complain a lot, but we should be really happy, because, like, it's better than it's ever been, you know? So, yeah, Dan Z, you have a multi-cade, a 60-in-1. That's cool. Are you running it in a real arcade cabinet? I have one of those too. It's in my other room. You can see a tour of my arcades, but my arcades change a lot. Like, sometimes I'll kind of bring stuff in and out, but you know, certain games I'll never get rid of. Like, my original multi-cade I built, I'll never get rid of, because it's all real arcade hardware. It's like using a Galaga cabinet, so I'll never get rid of that one. That's never going to be an option.
What game's running on your Dragon's Lair?
That's just a screensaver actually.
Oh, it's just a screensaver.
Yeah, it's just a screensaver. Yeah, it's just a screensaver.
Damn,
They
got
have
screensavers.
here's the thing about iiRcade, like what they don't have in quantity, like they have a lot, but they also really, when they do something, they've done it right. Like the Dragon's Lair on iiRcade is really great. Space Ace is great. I know you have an Arcade1Up, which is also good, but for example, Double Dragon, they took the time to get the emulation and the slowdown perfect. So like when you go in an arcade and you play a Double Dragon using real hardware, it feels just like the iiRcade. And they did that. They did that with Space Invaders. They got the license for Space Invaders. Then they took like a year and a half to make their own custom version of it. It's like the best home version of Space Invaders. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Space Invaders, but
Yeah,
we've got the best version that's ever been available. And it's because they, I mean, I think they care, I mean, like they have everything on the line, the owner of that company put everything on the line to make iiRcade. So, I mean, that's the one thing they have is they really care about what they do. And they listen, like people that watch the iircadians and, we listen to the fans, like everything that we're saying on the iircadians, that's what people tell us. And they listen, they do stuff. They listen to the community. And I mean, that's kind of the secret sauce of what makes iircade great. I mean, it's quality and they listen to the community. Got Brooklyn Menace in the chat. It's my co-host in the iircadians. He also has his own show called the Friday Night Arcade Show. Comes on Fridays. On Friday nights, we get together, we play arcade games, we hang out. It's kind of a hangout and chill community.
Watch some of those.
We're just having fun, but I think some people, they get angry at us because we're having so much fun. They just want to target us. But that's just who we are, we're iircadians. We love this stuff, but I love all arcades. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not just iiRcade, but I mean, iiRcade certainly has, like, if you love arcade games, it's a good niche. If you love to play, if you're buying a machine to play games, it's a machine to play games. It's like everything about iiRcade is like for playing. You've got top of line controls. You can get real arcade glass for it.
Oh, can you really?
Tempered monitor glass, just like a real arcade. Matter of fact, they have a problem with it breaking because they're using real glass. Nothing cheap. And that's that, but I mean, that's what iiRcade's kind of about, it's a small community,
Retromania wrestling.
And here's the thing, I'll tell you too, if you could pick up a used one, they don't wear out. So like if you could pick up a used one, scoop it up, because I mean, they don't wear out. Like I like my original one as much as the gold cab,
Oh, you have both?
I have both. Yeah, this is a gold cab. This one, and this one's an original.
Whoops.
And one of them I don't have here, but I have 3 of them. So yeah, this is the gold. I have this is the original iiRcade over here. But yeah, I think we live in a golden age for home arcade. I mean,
oh yeah,
I don't see it can get much better. People complain, but we got more cool stuff than we've ever had. It's more affordable, it's more available. I remember how hard it was. Like when I got my arcade, I had to make a custom build of MAME. I had to get a front end. See you later, Dan. Thanks for joining us.
See you, man. Thanks for coming, stopping by, Dan Z, hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Awesome having you guys in here.
And we got everything on easy mode now,
Oh,
so you can get one USB stick and play 5,000 games,
Yeah, I'm slowly on my Raspberry Pi, my Mr. Do. I'm slowly I don't know if you can see or not, but I got Rally X on there.
Yeah, Rally X is cool.
Yep. It's the new Rally X. Doesn't look much different than the old one.
Rally X was released the same time as Pac-Man. And when Namco went to the big convention or wherever where they talk about games, which games are going to be popular, they were 100% convinced that Rally X was going to be the banger and the big hit. And Pac-Man was just something that they were kind of have as like a side thing. And boy, were they wrong, huh? Were they wrong with that? Pac-Man became massive. and Rally X became kind of like the game that people don't really know as well. So, but
I played it a couple times in arcades, Rally X.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. But I mean, Namco 100% thought that was going to be the big game.
I love the music on it too. On that,
you got the little smoke screen.
Yeah,
you're trying to get the gas to keep you moving.
Yep. Yeah, it's a neat game. Yeah, I still want. Well, I'm done with Arcade1Up. And it's not because I don't like Arcade1Up. I appreciate Arcade1Up, what they've done. Love what they've done. Love all the cabinets I have back here, even though every one of them has an issue.
Yeah.
Each one has an issue.
Like, kudos, because those are 3 of the best, If you're going to get them, those are the ones to get. The ones that are unique, they spent more time making them cool. Like Tron, Dragon's Lair, and Star Wars. Like when Michael B announced he was getting rid of his cabs, I was like, he's not getting rid of those. I said, he'll definitely keep Star Wars, Tron, and Dragon's Lair. Sure enough, that's what he said. So,
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, I mean, they have potential to make good stuff.
I still think I think you got to have a Pac-Man in your, at least the one like I have.
Yeah, I love Pac-Man. I have the Namco cab, and then I put a Samwa real 4-way joystick in there.
Oh, did you?
I love it. I love Pac-Man. Pac-Man's great. You got to have a Pac-Man.
That's why I always say that was my first one.
It almost got me. I was kind of thinking about getting that Miss Pac-Man, the new one with the no riser, but then they discontinued it before it even they showed it, but then they were like, "No, we're not going to do that."
I think it's still on there, isn't it? Or did they?
No, they took it down. They removed it.
It was up there a couple weeks ago.
I can't go class on 1981 with an Arcade1Up. I have a personal issue with that because like the Arcade1Up. Class of 1981 doesn't even have the class of 1981 ROM in it. Doesn't even have the arcade.
That's stupid. So how can they call it that then? So here's Arcade1Up. Yeah. So they did take Miss Pac-Man down. I mean, I can't believe. Papabrad, man, you froze. Yeah, these are cool and everything. The funny thing is, you thought they were going to be taller, but they're not. They're still 61 inches high, which I think 61 inches high is just below my Mr. Do. It was Mr. Do without the riser, I do believe. I mean, I like these new cabinets they're coming out with, just because they had the slanted screen. Papabrad, you got to get back in here, man. I don't know what happened. Hey, what's up, Common Sense? I forgot to see you, man. TM, have you ever thought of getting into real estate and be a landlord? Be a landlord? What are you talking about, Common Sense? Oh, wow. They actually have caps. They actually have caps on these for the screw holes. Interesting. So this will be the first time they'll have caps on their screw holes. Pac-Man have caps too? Hey, he's back.
Hey, I'm back. John D heard me. He said, hey, get him off of there. Get him off of there. Arcade1Up heard me. They kicked me off.
No.
Yeah.
That's what happened to you.
So, yeah.
Look at this.
These cabs, they can, they should have went bigger, though. That's still too small. It's still too small. I mean, it should have been 4 inches to 6 inches bigger. I think, but it's getting closer.
But the thing is, I mean, okay, they don't have a riser, but if you don't want to make the boxes bigger and all that, just do a 2-piece side panels. I would still be fine with 2-piece side panels without the riser, and that way you get it up higher.
Yeah, I would too. I don't want to have to put a riser. I would not want to buy this and then have to put a riser on it. That defeats the entire point. Once you play an iircade with no riser and you see that it doesn't move at all when you're playing, it literally is rock solid and does not move. Once you do that, you can't really go back to wanting risers again. I mean, it's just better.
Oh, I know. And all they had to do is make a 2-piece side art. That's all you had to do. Or side panel. Just make a 2-piece, because this definitely is a 1-piece side panel. Okay.
I think it's still 2-piece. They join it together. But they could have went big. Yeah.
I can't see.
There's a seam there. You probably the way they have it photoshopped or whatever. But it's not. They try to hide the seam the best they can. There's a seam there. It's
Yeah,
just
'cause
like it's just like can't think
it's
of
probably
it now, like
so it's probably right here then. This
yeah,
is the
it's right there. See where those right above those two the screw hole covers.
Hey,
But
can you believe they actually put covers on here finally?
I know. Yeah. Well, that should have been done from the get go.
Yeah, they
That
should
is
do
cool. That is cool. That is cool. See, the Miss Pac-Man's gone. All they have is class of 1981. I can't do that because, like, every time I play it, I would know that it's not a class of 1981.
It's like how can you not use the right 1981 stuff?
It's because you can play Pac-Man. There's a secret you can do, and you can play Pac-Man. If they would have offered the real ROM, you would have Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, and Galaga.
Oh.
And honestly, like that's what I want though. I want that combo. Yeah, like that might be a real arcade I would buy. A real class of 1981, because you do get 3 of the best games. You get Miss Pac-Man with all the modes. You can actually go in a real class of 1981. There's certain combinations you can do where you can enable fast mode. You can do fast shoot Galaga. Like all the versions of those games that are cool work.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they.
I like the slanted monitor. Is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
As long as it doesn't bleed out or look weird.
Yeah, it depends on what monitor they have. I love that. I mean, that's one thing I've been saying about the whole time with them is they got to have the slanted screen. When they did it with Tron, I was like, all their games got to be like this.
It's like you're looking into it when they do that.
And your marquee's not in your way either.
I mean, my real Galaga is like that. My real my multicade.
Oh, so they have Galaga and Galaga 88 on here on this Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And then Dig Dug and Dig Dug 2. So I like that they added Galaga 88. Does Pac-Man have anything different? Or is it the same games? Get out of there. Pac-Man is Pac-Man, Dig Dug 2. Oh, they got Dig Dug 2 on there.
Rolling Thunder, huh? The Namco has most of those.
Yeah. Yeah, they added the Galaga 88 on
Galaga 88 and Rolling Thunder, huh?
Yep.
I think all the other games are the same.
Yep. Well, the one I have doesn't have Dig Dug 2. No, yeah, it does. It does have Dig Dug 2 on the one I have. So yeah, you're right. It's 88 and Rolling Thunders. They added. I don't know what they took away. They took away something. Or no, because mine just has 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just added 2. They just added 2.
Just those 2. I mean, I like them. They look great. I'm not going to buy any of them, but they look awesome. I mean, I give them kudos for that, but they need to be a little taller. I mean,
yeah, they're still not tall enough.
If they just, that
they could have easily went 4 to 6 inches taller, and they would have been better.
Yeah,
I'm already seeing it. Like people are saying, "Oh, well, you might still need a riser." It's like, why would I? I mean, I don't want to get a riser for.
That's the whole purpose of having.
Defeats the purpose of having the single piece.
Well, here you go. This is all they have to do, right? Because it's all about box size too. I understand.
Yeah.
They don't want to change your box size. Make the bottom side panel the same size as the top panel. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Doubles the size almost, right?
Problem solved.
And that's all they got to do. Make the bottom side piece same size as the top side piece. That's all you got to do. What's wrong with that? It ain't going to cost you any much more. The wood they cost ain't going to cost you any more money. What? Maybe probably not even 5 cents, by 3 cents. Just double, and you almost double the size of the cabinet by doing that. Don't have to change the box size. Done. Fix. Let's see. Dan Z, have a good one. Dan Z, I'm back. Had to let my Rottweiler out. Love the arcade talk. I wish they did without the risers too to begin with.
Yeah,
I understand why they did it at the beginning, but now they had the technology.
Yeah, I'm definitely like having both and playing both. I'm 100% anti-riser because I have both and I've played them a lot, and I just think I understand people don't want chain. Like if I had like 30 Arcade1Ups, maybe I'd be like, I don't want it to look different, you know. But like, I mean, from a player standpoint, not having a riser is better. The machine doesn't shift around and move as easily.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, so it's really I'm looking at it from a game player standpoint. That's why I don't want risers. Really, the look doesn't bother me as much as, you know, as the fact that when you're playing it, sometimes they move around.
Yeah,
like I told you, I play aggressively. Like if you see me playing Street Fighter, I'm beating the heck out of the buttons. The machine's like rocking around while I'm trying to do my special moves. You know, it's just like I don't know. It's like it's like, you know, it would feel less. It would feel more premium if it was like not having a riser to me.
Well, one thing you can do, make it heavier. Put some bricks in there.
Yeah, you could.
That would make it not move around.
That would.
See, there's a solution. But I'm with you.
There's
I don't
solution. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. But the problem is you still have the top and bottom are two separate pieces.
Yeah.
And they give you those screws are like screw it together. I'm not going to screw the bottom to the top. I don't think anyone does that. Does anyone do that with their Arcade1Ups? I've never seen anyone do that. Like, you know, they're like, just run these screws through it. It's like, I'll never do that to. I mean, to me, it's like that would be terrible. I wouldn't do that.
I run the screws through the riser and the thing, and I attach it to my wall.
Yeah, you use the safety support for the wall because you'd hate to have to fall on top of you.
Nah, I don't. But it's like I'm not going to do either one.
What's the first Arcade1Up you got? Since we're talking about Arcade1Up, Pac-Man was the first one. Okay.
Yeah, I got it for
my first Arcade1Up was Atari Star Wars. So like I kind of started like with
that was yours.
Okay. My very first one I bought was the Atari Star Wars
2019
when it came out. Yeah,
dude.
Actually, I had to wait a while because it was hard to get. Like when I finally could get one, I got it. You know, but it was the first one I bought.
Yeah, I remember watching because they introduced it in that thing in January. What's it called?
Hobby Hands Pac-Man was your first Arcade1Up, then Galaga.
See, Goofy Foot says the GRS gate switch kit comes with a dual button you can use for player 1 and player 2, so you can use the gate switch button.
Dude, if I can make it work, anyone can make it work. So it's not that hard of a mod. Don't be afraid of it. And if you have a CMY joystick, you just snap it on. I mean, it couldn't be easier for what you got.
Common Sense says, is there any money in arcade businesses? I think there is in making them. Making the cabs. Because you know what? Competition, man, always brings out the best in companies.
It does.
That's why they want to get rid of competition. But
Hobby Hand said I wanted a Galaga and a Pac-Man, and I had it, and now I have it. So
Dan Z says, is Arcade1Up even a big company? I feel they're could close doors overnight. Wish someone would buy them out.
Dan Z has a Golden Tee, Star Wars, Dragon's Lair. Jeff's blowing up my phone, my text. Cut it out.
Nice.
I wanted a Galaga and Pac-Man. Wait a minute. Stop it. I can't see it. I gotta move this. He has NBA Jam, Dragon's Lair, Star Wars, Golden Tee. Okay, there you go.
There you go. My arcades are Golden Tee.
I was getting text messages. You know, there's a bunch of fake Papa Brads going around. Have you heard about this? There's a whole bunch of fake Papa Brads, and they're like saying all kind of. They're going in all these. Someone while we're on this stream was on a different arcade stream, talking stuff, using Papa Brad, and I'm literally here right now.
Yeah, you sure you're not on another stream too?
Look, man, I can't multitask. Please give me a break.
That's crazy, man.
I don't get it. It is crazy. People want to hate. People want to hate. You know, and that's But I knew when I got into YouTube, you got to have thick skin. This is the game,
dude. When I first started my
I'm
first
here
channel,
for the love of the game and the gamers. You know, that's what I'm here for. I love arcades. I love this stuff. I like 99% of this community. You know.
My first channel, Team McCluskey. I do arcade, Arc Survival Evolve videos, how to do stuff. You used to see how much hate I used to get on that channel. It's like, oh my gosh, you pronounced that wrong, you freaking moron. It's just like, the freaking some of the names of these dinosaurs are ridiculous. It's just like,
yeah.
you know, I used to call the wyvern the waverin. Oh, it's a wyvern, not a waverin. I was like, who gives a fuck about name? You know, pronouncing. It used to piss me off.
Good, Brooklyn, get them. There's a lot of
Totally
fake
Papa
Papa
Brad.
Brads. I got 3 more fake Papa Brad alerts today. So
I mean, some people are just ridiculous. I just don't get why.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You've known me for a while. You've known me. You've seen me commenting on your videos. If Papa Brad's leaving a comment on a YouTuber's video, it's to tell them I like their video. I don't go in there and cause drama. That's not my game. You know, I don't do that. Like, I mean, but you know, I am going to support the community. You know, if there's a YouTuber I like you, and you make a good video, I don't feel like I want to just go in there and say great video. You know, but now they got to try to make me have enemies with people. They're going in other people's YouTubes and they're leaving negative comments or crazy iircade comments like iircade's getting Street Fighter. It's like I would never. You know, Papa Brad didn't type that one. iircade's getting Mortal Kombat. I mean, you know, Papa Brad didn't type that one. I mean, you know, I do know what I'm talking about for the most part. But
yes, you do.
Sorry to get on a rant, but I found out while my phone was blowing up because someone was texting me that there was someone being a fake Papa Brad.
Oh, I thought you were just commenting. I thought you were leaving comments.
No. But
just kidding.
Yeah, I don't need to because I'm on the stream. I can just talk if I want to. But anyway, I think we had fun. It was a good show.